Hello, crafty friends, and welcome to my Let's Get Crafty Live with Happy Mail Goodies live stream. If you are here with us live watching, make sure to say hey over in the chat. And if I were you, I would turn it on to live chat instead of talk chat, just so you're seeing the latest messages. If you are watching this on replay, make sure to let us know down in that comment section and leave the hashtag replay in your comment. I am grateful to everyone for being here. One thing I do want to point out, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but as I get crafty today, if you have a question that is specific for me, if you can put question in all caps in front of it, that would be great. That way, when I can look over here at my questions, those are going to jump out at me first. Now, if it is just a general crafty question, there are going to be so many knowledgeable and friendly people over there in that chat. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves and help each other out. A big shout out to my channel members who are here in the chat. Their names are all highlighted in green. Your support is so appreciated. And I did see that one of my newest channel members, Jana, just joined this week, I think. Thank you so much, Jana. So today, I am going to be creating with some happy mail I got last month, and it actually comes from my friend Helga, who is chatting over in the box as Crea Bea. So if you haven't yet watched last month's happy mail video where I share the cards I get, and then any like other little mail that comes, I do have it linked in the description box below. Today, I won't be showing everything that came in the package because it was chock full of crafty goodness, but I will be showing you kind of what subscribers said they would like to see me use first. So that's what we will be working with today. I do have some things I want to give you a heads up about, though, before we get started. So in front of me are my reminders. First of all, I was up on the Tailored Expressions channel yesterday, and I made this set of 4 fall thank you cards. If you haven't yet already watched that, I would love for you to go over there, watch the full video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know maybe something you liked about the cards. And it is linked, guess where? Down in that description box. Catherine says, is that a cattail I see flicking around on your shelf? Oh my gosh, I hope it's not. There should not be anything flicking around on my shelf. Is there a monster back there? No, I don't see anything behind me either. Down here at the bottom, Karen and I, who is crafts here on YouTube, is Karen's Crafting Company. We went live last Friday for a Color Cube Live, and this is the card that I made while we were crafting together. And I said that I loved a couple of the other options because viewers always get to help us decide on which color palette, and I liked a couple other cards that were chosen. So next week, Karen and I are going to do a little pre-recorded video collab, and I'm going to show you what this card looks like with these color palettes. I hope you'll come back for that, because I will tell you, I love the way that they turned out. And finally, this Saturday is going to be the next sheetload of cards live. So you'll want to make sure to join Toby, Yvette, and I for some fun live stream crafting. We will all create with the latest sheetload of cards, chat with each other, and chat with you. Again, I do have a link down in that description box, so you can go ahead and set a reminder. And I see Jana says she has the color cubes on her Christmas wish list. I will keep my fingers crossed for you that you get that, because I'm pretty biased, but I do really love them. All righty. Now, I want to just show you the box that Helga's goodies came in. It is a pizza box that can't even fit on screen. Again, I went through everything she sent me in that video, but I just wanted to show you today, yeah, the packaging, because there was a lot of good stuff. When I asked when I asked subscribers to let me know which they would like to see me use first, the biggest response was for Studio Light's Write Your Story collection. Helga sent me lots in this same line. It's not even all on screen. But this is kind of what I'm going to be focusing on today. This is a 8x8 paper pad, and it just has these gorgeous backgrounds that I thought would make quick and easy cards. And then to add some kind of ephemera or embellishments, this pad has a whole bunch of punch out pieces. So I chose some from there. And finally, you know, I love some vellum. So this package, it has white vellum that has some white printing on it. So I will be using some of that as well. But now I have something that I would like you guys to help me with, and that's going to be decide which background paper I'm using. And what I'm going to try to do is get out that one piece of paper and then make 2 cards with it today. One of you will be able to win one of them. So these are the 2 that I pre-chose. We have this one, it's kind of tans and blues, and then there's a little book image at the bottom. And then this one, kind of peachy pinks and that gorgeous typewriter. So I am going to start a poll, my friends. And would you like to see me use the book or the typewriter? So I will start the poll and give you 2 minutes to get in your vote on that. It's fine if you want to share what you voted for, but do make sure that you vote in the official poll if you want it to be counted. Kristen says that she loves the polls. You know, I kind of think there might be a lot of you who do. So that's why I always like to have some part of my live stream usually be where you get to help me decide on stuff. Welcome, Beth. You're not late at all. We're just choosing which paper I'm going to be using for my cards today. Hello, Polly, and hello to anybody else that I might have missed. All right, I just read Catherine's follow-up. Okay, she said she went back and it's my finger in the inset. Oh, phew, I was like worried. I'm like, what kind of monster is hiding behind me? I mean, my cat was down here. One of them was down here earlier, but she's definitely not up on the shelf or anything. All righty. We have about another 45 seconds to get that vote in. Oh, good idea. Helga says maybe it's time to give the stamp of approval. And all that is, guys, is give this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend. Later, if you want to leave a comment down below, that just helps get it out to more viewers so they can come join us for the next live stream. Polly says she also loves the polls. Love it. Oh, 5 seconds, guys. Get those votes in. Okay, let's find out which one won. Ooh, it was pretty close, you guys. With 55% of the vote, we will be using the book paper today for our cards. Thank you so much for helping me choose that. And now I kind of sketched ahead of time what I'm going to do with it. So that's just a rough look. And some other things, of course, I'll be using the vellum piece. I pre-made some craft card bases because I thought those would go with either pair. And I also cut a piece to go inside. I figure I didn't glue this down yet because I bet I'll have some pattern paper left over that I can decorate that with before we glue it down. And I chose for each of the pattern papers, I pre-chose some of that ephemera because one side will have the image and the other side will be kind of more plain. So I just chose some that had the same theme as the side with the decoration. And later you might get to help me with that. So there were two different kind of all occasion sentiments that Helga sent in the box. This one says have a great day and this one says miles of smiles. So when I get ready for the sentiment later, you guys might have to help me decide which to use. And finally, I just got out some stitched circle stacklets from Tailored Expressions, and this is what I'll use to cut the vellum. All right, if you are ready to get started and you haven't yet already, give the video a thumbs up. I have 40 of you here and 27 thumbs up. Let's try to get that up to 35. Let me know that you are ready to get crafty. Ooh, Jana liked and shared. Thank you so much, Jana. All right, so like I said before, this is 8 by 8. So what I'm going to do to get started is just cut this in half at 4 inches. I do want to put a mat, a colored cardstock mat around this. So I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. And I think I'll go a little bit longer than 5 here because I wanted to have some more kind of open area at the top. There we go. And then for this one, I'll do the same. And for my mat, I really think that this blue color kind of stands out to me. So I'm going to bring in my cardstock ring and choose a blue. It's kind of a grayish blue. Oh, I think I might have turned right to it. I think we'll go with the blue cheese, you guys. Oh, welcome, Deanne. It is her first time at catching me live. Speaking of that, if this is your first time at one of my lives, put a 1 over in that chat box. I pointed the right way the first time. Put a 1 over in that chat box so I know that you are new to my lives. And for the blue, I'm going to cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. Is anybody crafting along? Are you just watching? Are you at work? Are you taking a break from work? Let us know. Oh, Pam, this is her first live. Welcome, Pamela. Sorry. I did not mean to shorten your name to a nickname without asking, but welcome, Pamela. Karen lives here in the same area that I do. She's working. Welcome, Karen. Cindy's first time. Helga's just watching. Oh no, Catherine is in bed nursing a headache. I am so sorry. I hope I'll try to talk a little more quietly. I know what loud voices do for a headache. All right, so this then, that's like, well, wait, I can't put it on here yet because I want to get my vellum circles. So I'm going to bring back in that and kind of figure out how big I want my circle to be. I think for this one, I'll put the circle up here just so the words later don't cover up too much of that gorgeous image. I kind of like that size. So it's a second from largest. Thank you. Thank you. And since this will not fit through my die cutter, I think I will just quickly bring in some scissors instead of bringing the big trimmer back in. And I'm just going to cut a piece that I know will be wide enough. And now I'll go right over here to my die cutter and get 2 of these cut out. I am going to go ahead and try to get the full circle on here, even though I'm going to cut part of it off, just so I can adjust it later. All right, Catherine, I do hope that your headache gets better. I hate those. Oh, something else that I forgot. I didn't put anything on my desktop to remind me to tell you guys about, but not this Saturday. So this Saturday is Sheet Load Live. The next Sunday, my sister and I will be back for Oh So Inspired Live. So I will have some reminders going up on the community tab. If you are a die cut or paper trimmer level member, please get your inspiration pieces in. So check out the membership tab. There will be a link to a Google form because we can't do Oh So Inspired Live if we don't have inspiration pieces. So make sure to check that out. And if you're not a channel member yet and you would like to become one, I am sure that Nightbot is going to give you a link to find out about the perks of channel membership. Catherine says, awesome hair day for you. Thanks, Catherine. You know, I'm not one that can curl my hair. So what I do is I take a shower at night. I put in 4 braids. And then when I wake up in the morning, it's dry and I let them out. And then, you know, it lasts for a couple days. I have some waves. So it's about as fancy as I can get. Okay. Here are our vellum circles. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so neat? Like how it has a little text over that. I love it. And now let's go ahead and figure out where we want this to go. Oh, guys. Okay. So normally I would put something onto the vellum and hide the adhesive behind it. But you know what? I don't know yet where those words are going to go. So instead of cutting this off, which was the plan, for now, I'm just going to turn it over and fold it back just like that. And then I will put glue back here, or I think I'll use my ATG. And then later, maybe when I put the sentiment on there, I'll try to sneak in some glue behind the letters. Maybe I should have figured my sentiment out first, but live and learn. All right, so we have that. And this one will go down at the bottom. This one's a little harder to see the text, but I will have, I know that I want to put some ephemera on this one. So maybe we should figure that out first, and then I will be able to glue this down. What if I put the book down flat and then pop this up at kind of an angle over there? What do you think about that? Let that, you know what? I'll go ahead and add glue to the back of this, and then that can dry together. While I get some probably just dimensionals for this. I think one will probably be enough. Oh, we have some more new to lives. Welcome, Tina and Maggie. So glad that you're here. Hope you have a good time and will want to come back to more lives in the future. There we go. So look how quick and easy that focal point was made. And now I can trim this off. Just going to run my scissors right along the pattern paper and get these put on the onto their mat. Probably should have held off on the popped up piece. I usually like to add the foam stuff after it's on the card base, but live and learn. If you are coming in late, I already mentioned it, but at the end of this live, I'm going to give away one of the cards. So make sure to stick around if you would like to win one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to get the card bases ready now because I do have my pattern paper that I can use. And I just want to put a little strip at the bottom of each of these, just because you could probably write on craft cardstock and see it, but I'm just going to put in a piece of buttercream frosting so it's just a little bit easier to read that personal message. Let me know if you like to decorate the inside of your cards over in the chat. I didn't used to do it, but my friend Danny, who is at the Danny's Dreams YouTube channel, I'm not sure if she's ever met a card that she didn't decorate the inside. So it has inspired me. And I usually try to add something now, and it's usually something that might have been left over. Or another thing I like to do is if I do like stenciling on the front, I won't clean off my brushes, and then I'll kind of clean them off on a piece of cardstock in the inside to add a little bit more color. Gotta see if there's a right way for these. Helga likes to decorate the inside. Yes, definitely when you use a dark color card base, it's always nice. Pamela decorates the inside. Teresa uses small ephemera pieces. A great idea. On my TE cards, I don't know if I showed you that, but that's kind of what I did. It wasn't ephemera, but it was one of my stamped and die cut images. I added that to the inside because I had extra. Karen says she decorates the insides now since watching sheet loads and being inspired by my team. I do have a really inspirational team. I agree. Also, another video I forgot to mention, speaking of inspirational, this Friday, right? Yeah, Friday, it is time for another Oh So Inspired collaboration. So this is different from the live where my sister and I get together on a live stream and craft, but it is a team of artists who we take the same inspiration piece and then create something new based upon it. That team is also very inspiring. So I hope you'll check that out on Friday and then hop along to everybody's videos. And you might have noticed here, I left a little bit hanging off. I wanted to make sure that the part with the most decoration was fully on the card. So I aligned the edge here, and I'll trim that off here in just a second. And then I think we'll probably do a poll on which sentiment to use. So get ready. I will do the official poll, so you don't need to type it in. But you can maybe, if you were here at the beginning and you know what the sentiments are, you can maybe be thinking about what you'll pick, and I will re-show those. What is your favorite color card base to use besides like white? Craft or Toffee is definitely one of my favorites. I used to never use color card bases because I was too frugal. But again, probably something Danny kind of got me hooked on too, that if I'm just making a couple cards, usually not with a sheet load, I do love to use a colored card base now. And yes, definitely Craft or Toffee is one of my favorites. Jana agrees. Karen says black or red. Yes, black is definitely one of those other card bases that are up there as well in mine. And Teresa's not going to choose. She just loves to use all the colors. I am definitely hashtag Team Rainbow. All righty, bring these back in and go ahead and put them on the card fronts. And then we will do the poll, you guys, because these went super quick. Those pattern papers made these cards go together so easily. And then the little ephemera pieces for the more plain background. Thanks again, Helga. I love my goodies. Ooh, Paula says purple. I mean, I like to use a purple card base, but probably not one of my most used. I do try to wear purple more now because it was my mom's favorite color. So I put this on today in honor of her. I kind of like that, just like flapping in the wind there. Oh, Catherine, yes, the blue cheese cardstock, one of my favorites now. And that reminds me of something else. Guys, I just keep remembering stuff. So the blue cheese, in last year's Crafty Advent Calendar from Tailored Expressions, we got a little ink cube of blue cheese, and it wasn't a released color yet. They released it sometime earlier this year, but it is quickly becoming one of my favorites. But speaking of Advent calendars, this December, I will be going live almost every day from the 1st through the 24th and opening up my Crafty Advent calendars. So you won't want to miss it. Make sure if you aren't already subscribed, maybe you're just watching now, click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell for all notifications, because I will do kind of like a pre-event live stream where we'll talk about what's going to happen. And I think just like last year, the viewers are going to help me decide what color palette to use for all of my tags that I create in December. So you won't want to miss it. If you found me during last year's Crafty Advent series, go ahead and type Advent over there in that chat box. I know a lot of you did. This year, I will have Tailored Expressions. I will have Pink and Main, which is a new Advent calendar to me, and Spellbinders, and maybe one other, you guys. So don't want to miss. Oh, and the reason you don't want to miss is there are prizes. So every day I will be giving away the tag that I create. And if you are a US viewer, sorry, but shipping is expensive in the US, let alone international. But I have advent calendars to give away at the end of the series if you watch and play along. So you will not want to miss it. Lots of people. Yes, Helga found me during it. Alessa, Polly, and Alice is all ready to play along with her spellbinders. Yes, I already have mine as well. Super excited. They're just sitting over there waiting to be opened. All right, now why don't we figure out which sentiment we want to use. I'll move these to the side and zoom in a little bit for you. Oh, wrong way. So we have a great day and miles of smiles. So let me get a poll ready. We'll do great day or smiles. All right, let's go. Here we go. You have 2 minutes to get your vote in. You do have to be a subscriber to be in the chat with us. It's free, quick, and easy. Sandra wants to know, did you find the 4th Advent yet? I have not. All right, which do you want? Have a great day or miles of smiles? And I think I'm going to use blue cheese. So while you guys vote, I'm going to get out some scraps. And it has a shadow, so I think I'll do that in white. Normally, I like to do my shadows in vellum, but since we already have that, I'm going to do a white shadow. And because these are teeny tiny, I don't want to have to use my glue bottle to adhere them. I am going to get out sticky sheets and put this onto the back of my blue cheese cardstock before I do the die cutting. Me too, Sandra. I like that idea too. Helga might have just came up with our next poll, you guys. I like the idea of a craft shadow too, so we'll see what you think. Okay, timer is off for the first poll, so let's go ahead and find out what won. All right, it hasn't popped up in my chat yet, and I know last week it did. Oh, there it is. And with 56% of the vote, it is going to be, oh, not on the right screen. Have a great day. So we'll put that here. And guys, I'm going to do another poll. Do we want to do our shadow in craft / toffee, or white? You got another couple minutes to get in on that. So do we want our shadow in that? Or I have tons of coffee scraps. So, oh wait, sorry. No, the shadow in toffee or white. The letters will be in blue. Welcome, Stephanie, and not late yet. We're still working on getting the cards done, so you're just in time to see how it ends. Which, a tip for you, if you ever come into one of my lives late, especially when I'll be giving away the cards or something, make sure to either watch it on 2x speed to catch up to where we're live, or skip to the end where it's live, and then you can always go back and watch what you missed earlier. Because when we do like stuff like polls or when I do the giveaways, there's always that time limit, so you have to be right there live with us. Welcome, Debbie. All right, 30 seconds. Oh, I've just looked at the poll and there seems to be an very clear winner unless something goes wrong here. Welcome, Karen. All right, 3 seconds, guys. Let's find out what the winner. With 87% of the vote, it is going to be a toffee shadow. So let me get out maybe a bigger scrap of that, and I'll go ahead and cut 2 shadows. Or maybe I have tons of toffee scraps because it is one of my favorites to use. So I'll try to make do with a couple different scraps here. And I'll just go to face while I cut those out. If you haven't yet seen my new studio, I know that I gave some sneak peeks of it and I debuted it in last Friday's live. It just, every time I come down here, it makes me smile. I love it. I guess I'm not quite ready to cut. So I'm going to get out the shadow parts. See if I can get one set of shadows on each. Thank you, Margie. And now I'll go cut this right over here. Make sure I don't lose any of those little guys. Cut them one more time out of the other scrap. Beth says she likes the logo on the upper right. That is due to my lives. So that is something, this right here, I wish it stood out more. I should have painted the background white. So that is something I created with my X tool. No. Yes, my X tool, which is my laser cutter. I made my logo into vector art and cut that. Sometimes I would share it, like if I was on somebody else's channel live, I would put it on my desktop. But yes, it wasn't something you usually saw here in my live. So now it has its own place on the wall. And Polly said that she loves the retreat sheet load. So glad. If you don't know what she's talking about, you'll want to hop on over to the Not Too Shabby channel. And last weekend, I was part of a 2-day free virtual craft retreat. And on Sunday, when I went live, I had an exclusive sheet load of cards for them. So you can still get signed up to receive that if you want. Helga says, don't you have a magnetic board while working for the small pieces? So I have, oh no, not on my die cutter. I don't have a magnetic mat. I have the magic mat, but I bought it before it was magnetic. But I do have a little like magnetized tray where when I'm cutting stuff like this and I don't necessarily want to take the time to put it back now, I do put them over on that so I don't lose them. I thought that's what you're talking about at first, but no. Barbara enjoyed the retreat too. So glad, you guys. Now, I'm going to put my sticky sheet on the back of this. I have one that's kind of already cut. I think I'm just going to slice like right here and use this part. I usually try to make the most of this and not waste. But I think it'll be easier if I just put a larger piece on the back of here. And that way, these little words are already, they already have adhesive on the back. I could definitely use my Barely Art liquid glue. I don't know where my big bone folder is. Just going to press that down nice and well and then cut the words out of there. And what I like about these words is sometimes when you have a little die like this, each letter is individual and then you have to put them together individually, but not these. They all connect right together. So I love that. Oh, and here Nightbot has shared. If you would like to receive my latest updates in your inbox, I do have a mailing list. So when I do things like the retreat or, you know, if I have something special to announce, I'll send out an email. So if you haven't yet already signed up for that, I would suggest clicking on that link and doing that. Karen wants to know what company these are from. So they are from Helga, who is Crea Bea in the chat. She sent them to me last month. And Helga, would it be... Is it Texto Positivo or is it Crealese? I don't know. Let us know, Helga. Oh, there we go. The brand Crealese has a lot of those sentiments. There we go. Thank you. And now I'm going to do my best to get my dies, because it'll go face down like this and my dies will go face down. I need to make sure I get them where the actual sticky stuff is. And yeah, if I had a magnetic board, it would probably be much easier because they like to wiggle around on here. And I realize I put way too much of that adhesive on the back. Hopefully I'll need some small words cut out of blue cheese sometime soon. Okay, now I'm not going to take the words out of here yet. I'm just going to take the dies out so I can use them again. And then just so these don't get messed up while it's running back through, I'm going to chop off that bottom while I do my next set. Barbara has a question. What adhesive is that and what size? I didn't realize you can cut with the adhesive in back. Yeah, so most of the time you can. This is from Tailored Expressions. They call them sticky sheets, and this is 10 sheets, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I do see on the back it says Express It, so you could maybe look up Express It adhesive sheets and see if you can buy them in larger if you want. But if you want to try them out, this is definitely a good idea. You kind of get to test it before you know, if you are going to buy larger sheets before you commit to that cost. And I'm going to do my second round of my words. Bye, Teresa. Thanks for stopping by. Once the live is over, I will add other products that I'm using, like, you know, those sticky sheets, and I'll see if I can find larger pieces, and I'll add it to the description box below in case you want to go check them out. And this is a good time for me to remind you. So if you ever have a crafty YouTuber you like to watch and they share products that you like and you're inspired to get them, if they have affiliate links, it's always nice of you to use those. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but they get a small portion of the sale. So for me, it helps me buy new stuff. And it also gives me an idea of what you guys are liking that I use. And something I'll do as well, like I can't use my own affiliate links, but if I have a crafty friend that, let's say, oh, I know that she has a scrapbook.com affiliate, I will check out the description box and use her link, because even if I don't buy what was shared in the video, if I use that link and go to the store, it still gives that artist credit. So just something to keep in mind. Again, doesn't cost you anything extra, but it definitely helps out the creator. So these did come out. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting these onto their shadows, which go ahead and zoom in here. So this is great. And I just like to start with one end and kind of get it to where it's an even border, and then slowly place it down left to right till it is in place. Debbie, for me, Flowdesk is very user-friendly. And let me tell you something. If you want to sign up for it, I think I can send you my affiliate code, and I used somebody else's for my first year, and I think I saved like 50%. So reach out and I can get that for you and you can save. But for me, it has been very user-friendly, and it has a lot of features that I'll probably never know what to do with. But it's also like I had a different, sorry for those of you who aren't interested in email lists, but I do want to get this out. So I originally started with another company, and like you would have to pay for however many subscribers you had or however many people you had on your list. But with Flowdesk, you do not. So it's one price and you can have as many people on there as you want. So I do like it. All right. Oh, there we go. And Debbie was already ahead of me. She already got my link by clicking the bottom of the email. Awesome. Thank you. Oh. And then Shannon has ConvertKit. I think that's maybe what I started with, Shannon, and I used it for a couple months, just paid by the month. But I'm pretty sure that, yeah, if you got over so many subscribers that they started charging you. And Stephanie says anything you buy after entering a shopping site via a link, the YouTube will get commission for everything bought in that session. If you use my links, it should give me credit. Sometimes, like I know for Amazon, if you use it from mobile, I usually don't, but if you use it from a computer, it should give me credit, or the artist that you click on it for. Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. If YouTube gives you a link, like if there is a pop-up ad or like a fancy image under this, like a YouTube shopping link, you are correct. That would go to YouTube. But if you use like my links or other artists' links that are either on their blog or like for me, my links down in my description box, those would go to me. That's a good point, Stephanie. Thank you. Yeah, see, have some new friends signing up for my email. Awesome. I think I might have lost. Oh no, it was over here still. I thought I lost my A. I think something happened and the paper came off the back of this. Oh no, it's sticky. Never mind. This one is tricky. I'm going to get out some tweezers because I cannot see it behind my fingers. The card was going quick until the sentiment. This part takes a little longer. And the dies I'm using are right here. The company is Crea Bea. Hopefully I'm not butchering that, Helga. I try to do my best Dutch accent. Stephanie says, is it true you have to pay for being an affiliate? Absolutely not. I'm not a part of any company where you do that. That would probably defeat the purpose. Now, I bet the companies who, like scrapbook.com, or Tailored Expressions, I bet they have to pay the company who manages the affiliate program. But no, as somebody who shares links, I do not. Because it's not a huge amount we get, and it varies by company. So if I had to pay, it probably definitely would not be worth it. Bye, Maggie. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, I got the stamp of approval from Helga for saying it correctly. Yay! All right, let's get this second one going. My place looks like a mess now already. Or again, I cleaned it this morning. I clean it before every time I go live. And then when I'm done, it looks like I did not touch it. Is anybody else like that? Like you can clean your area, then you make one card and it looks like it's never been cleaned, or recently it hasn't. Yeah, that is true too. My area that I have to work in does get smaller and smaller. Welcome, Kim. Just finishing up my cards by getting the sentiments ready. I guess once this is done, I have to figure out where I want everything to go. That almost might be like placing embellishments. Sometimes I can't figure out where to place my bling. So Debbie says she has to clean. I don't usually get too stressed out by messes, but I can understand where that could drive you to want to clean it more or clean it quicker. I used to go a long time without cleaning my craft area, and I would just put everything off to the side in a pile, and it would be falling over, and then I couldn't find stuff. And I found that if I take, you know, the 10-15 minutes to clean up before I do my next project, I guess it mentally does make me feel better, and it's much easier to find what I need. I am trying to get to a place where I have a spot for everything. I do still have a couple piles that I need to find homes for, but it's getting there. And then hopefully I'll be able to do a little craft area tour. Years ago, I was ready to do one, and then the basement flooded and we had to tear up all the carpet and move everything around, and it never got back into the state where I could do a video, but hopefully soon. All right, there we did it, guys. Now I'm going to put these dies on my magnet plate, which I'll show you that. So I don't need that. So over here to the side, which if zoom back out again. If Sandra is still here, she sent me this after watching me struggle during the Advent series with some little pieces in dies. So that always stays there. And this is just a kitty baking tray from IKEA. And I put a piece of magnet down on it. So I will just throw these here. And then I know I won't lose them. And I have time to clean up where I know where these will be. All right, I need to get myself a drink. Putting those words together made me get a little sweaty. All right, is anybody snacking on anything, enjoying some kind of beverage? I do have in my cup, I do have Diet Coke today, and then usually I'll just like fill it up with ice water and drink that the rest of the day. But I needed a little pep in my step this morning. Oh, okay, so that was what you meant. Okay, yeah, that is still here. It's off to the side. But now, you know, they make those magnetic magic mats, so those are getting popular. Now, I got to figure out how I want my sentiment to go. Let's do the card on the left first. I don't think I'll try to put them, you know, straight. Oh, look at that. We got a little hole sticking to my fingernails. Barbara's having iced tea. Amy is drinking white cherry circle. My daughter wanted one of those. She wanted all the flavored waters. Prime energy drink and water. Oh, speaking of energy drink, has anybody in the chat had Alani, ALANIs? They are energy drinks that are sugar-free. I love those. My favorite is the pink slush, I think it is, but they're a little bit harder to find. I try to limit myself to like one a week, but oh man, I do love those. Oh, that reminds me. So my husband it must have been Friday, he saw there was a special Alani called Witch's Brew, and it was caramel apple. I'm like, I need to try that. So my daughter was so sweet and went out on Sunday to get one for me to try. Yeah, we took a couple sips of that, and that was down the drain. Shannon, I don't know what part of, I guess, the world, I don't know where you live, but in the US, they have a lot at Hy-Vee grocery stores. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Otherwise, Walmart has a pretty decent selection. That's where I usually find my pink slush. But they're good. And yeah, I like the fact I have to have sugar-free. So. Says Kendra's making you hungry. She's eating her lunch, grilled cheese and jalapeno polenta with roasted peppers. That does sound good. Yeah, I will be eating lunch when we're done here. Oh, and Shannon's in Nevada. So I doubt you have Hy-Vee, Shannon. I think it's more of a Midwest thing, but grocery stores usually are good places to try. Okay. let's try to figure this out now. What do we think about that? I don't know if I can pick it up. What do you think about that? That went together pretty quick. I think I'll try this. So what I'm going to do is bring in my removable tape. And I guess besides the A, I won't be able to grab the A with it, I don't think. I'm just gonna ooh, yeah. So the A I'll have to place separately. But what I'm gonna do is bring in my liquid glue. Try to get these. And I'm gonna put liquid glue under the end that doesn't have the tape on it. And before I glue that down, I will try to get everything kind of straight. Oops. All right. Now I can take off this removable tape, and it doesn't hurt the cardstock or the pattern paper in any way. And I can keep using this until it runs out of stickiness. But now I'm going to go in on the other side, since the other edge is glued down, and put some glue on that end. Hold everything in place. And now I'll get my A put down. And like I said before, once I know where everything goes on the front, I then can flip this back and add adhesive behind the words, so this no longer is flapping in the wind. And we'll get it put on a second card. Alessa's having some yogurt with berries. Nice. And what do we think about that? Kind of have it right aligned on that? What do you guys think? Let me know. Beth says she really likes that blue cardstock. Is it TE? It definitely is, Beth. It is their blue cheese. And yes, it has came in very handy lately. So funny when you say that. My barbecue name for competitions is Flappin' in the Breeze Barbecue. Well, there you go. My vellum was Flappin' in a Breeze. I love barbecue, by the way. Can we see it on top, what it looks like? You mean you want like a close-up? Is that what? Or up on the top of the card? Like... that I think I'd probably have to left align it. Maybe I could do like that. Okay, guess what time it is? Poll time. All right. I'm not going to move it back to the other option, but we'll say down by the books or up in the air? Let me know which you like better. Sometimes it's easier to see things like from your perspective and the camera. So do you want it up here like this, or should I do it down here where it's aligned with the books? Oh, welcome, Gladys. I hadn't seen you in the chat yet. Must have missed you. So glad you're here. All right, got about another minute. Get your vote in while we're waiting for that. Here's a look at this card. Everything's dry now. I might have to pull some bling out of my stash. Or I don't know, maybe I can just leave it like that. It is so pretty. Okay, 25 more seconds. We need some, you know what I should do here? Oh, I don't have any more. There used to be music. I could have played music while the we were waiting for the poll to be answered. Thank you, Brenda. Thanks, Crea, Helga, and Barbara. All right. We'll get our drum roll going, and then I'll end the poll. With 84% of the vote, we will be doing it up in the air. I'm going to try to do that same thing. So I'm going to pull in my piece of tape. Again, we'll save the A for later. I'm going to try to adjust everything now to make it straight across. All right, we're going for that. Yes, Polly, if that was not copywritten, I would definitely try to get the Jeopardy theme song. I love watching Jeopardy. Thanks for stopping by, Kendra. Have a great day. Hello, Brian. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, Rosie. Okay, let's get this glued down, shall we? Do the same thing. Just going to hold down the left edge under the tape. Who else uses removable tape? Let me know. Put a 5 over in the chat box. I love that stuff. I've used it for years. Like if I'm die cutting or like this, have to temporarily hold something in place. I just love that it does not take off any of the finish of the pattern paper or the cardstock. Now, sometimes I have found if you're running it through your die cutter and there's a lot of pressure, sometimes it might get stuck to the cardstock, but it rarely happens, or it might tear. More than likely it tears along the die, so you just can't reuse it as long. Oh, my sister is here. Hello, Lisa. Lots of you like the removable tape. Awesome. Not tape, but press and seal. I have used that similarly. I've never used the press and seal for die cutting, but yes, for this it would work. Love it. Okay, now we're going to add in our letter A, or our word. Oh goodness, try to get this straight. There we go, guys. Look. Ah, aren't those great? Now, next question for you. This one will go quicker, but I would like to know. Oh, wait. Bling. Yes or no? And I will give you a minute. I'm thinking maybe just something kind of subtle, like maybe some white sparkle or something. Let me go. I've been loving my diamond dots lately. Do I have? Ooh, I do kind of have some diamond dots that go with blue cheese, but oh, Lisa, my sister, is the queen of diamond dots, and she says she doesn't think it needs anything. Now that's a surprise. Lisa loves to add diamond dots to everything. Okay, let's see what the answer was. With 78% of the vote, we will be adding some bling. So I'm thinking I don't want to be like too outlandish, so I didn't pick any bright colors. I have kind of like a, I don't know if you, it's white, but it also sparkles. It's almost a little off-white or some silver. So I think what I'll do is put a few of each down. Ugh. Gotta be careful with these things. They like to jump out of these containers and spill. I think the white might be a little more subtle. So maybe since this card is a little more, oops. Oh, I restarted the timer. Since this card is a little bit more busy, I might try the white on this one and then see about the silver over on here. Just gonna put some down. You cannot talk and diamond dot at the same time. Okay. So something like that, just a little. And then over here with the white ones, maybe I'll just do them kind of here around the sentiment. I'm going to do 3 pairs of 2. Let me think about that. I will not pick these up, but let's see if I can zoom in. So it's just, these shine a little bit more. You got to get them right in the, I think we'll go with that, guys. So, you know, I love a rainbow, so I'm getting out my rainbow jewel picker, and I am going to set these to the side because what I always do, they're triangles, and if you if you hit it just right, the thing tips and they fly out. So I'm going to set these out of the way while I add this. And I'm going to make sure my glue's going. Yes. So I just pick one up, put a dot of glue where that is. I usually count like to 3 to 5 and then set it back down because I have found that the Barely Art glue It stays wet a little longer, so I like it doesn't get really tacky in that 3 to 5 seconds, but I do like to give it some time. What is your favorite type of bling to add? Do you like diamond dots, sequins, enamel dots? I've been using a lot of diamond dots lately. Okay. And I use the other end to push it a little bit if needed. Kind of tap it down in that adhesive more. So, oh, they won't shine for you guys, but they are really sparkly. They're pretty. And before I make a mess of these, I am going to go ahead and put them back, and then we'll get the silver ones put on. And then you guys, it is time after that to give away some cards. If you are ready for the card giveaway, make sure to let me know over in the chat. And if you haven't yet, give this video your stamp of approval. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with a crafty friend who might like to watch it later. And now we'll do the silver ones. Danny, you're right in time. Welcome, friend. I concentrate a lot when adding bling. Oh, that one does not want to pick up. Okay. Yay, I see lots of you are ready for the card giveaway. Excellent. Oops. Okay. So we'll let those sit for a minute. Now is the time that if you're not subscribed and you are watching and you want to get in on the giveaway, click that subscribe button, because I think I have the chat set to subscribers only just to help with moderation. So you will have to be in the live chat to enter to win. And I have a question for Helga before I do the giveaway. So it's usually a surprise, but when I craft with my Happy Mail goodies, I do send the person who sent me the goodies one of the cards I create. Well, I want to make sure that, Helga, you get the card that you prefer. So let me know over in the chat if you would like, oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just do left or right, and then I'm going to put your name in it, and then we will give away the other one. Because most of the time when I do these cards, they kind of look the same, but these are a lot different. So I want to make sure you get the one that you want. So let me know over in the chat, Helga, which you prefer. Margie, she definitely very generous. If you have not yet seen last month's Happy Mail video, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Gladys. I always love sending you cards. Welcome and thank you, Yvette. Yvette is going to be on with me for this weekend's Sheetload Live, so you will not want to miss it. Uh-oh, I hope Helga's still in the chat. Oh, well, look at that. How sweet is that? Helga says she likes them both, so she's going to let the winner choose which one they want, and then she'll take the second one. That is super sweet, Helga. All right, so we will get ready for the giveaway. So let me do that. Let me make sure we're still good to go. All right. If you would like to enter to win my card, it is open to US and international. I would ask that you are ready to fill out a form with your address, because you do just have 24 hours to get me that information. So if you're not going to follow through on that, just let somebody else. And the reason I say that is during Sheetload Live, we always give away a card from each of us. And last month, nobody claimed mine. So we just want to make sure that it gets to somebody who wants it. So make sure that you'll fill out the form, which I'll tell you about more here in a minute. But if you would like to enter to win. Oh, I don't like that one. Hold up. I forgot I didn't have a background. Okay. If you would like to enter to win one of my cards, in the chat box one time, type hashtag Happy Mail. Hashtag HAPPY MAIL. It should look exactly like it does on screen, no spaces. You have to have the hashtag. Now, if you happen to see, oh no, I spelled it wrong, go ahead and retype it to get your entry, but there's no reason to spam it like 5 times in the chat, because each viewer only gets one entry, and I will give you 2 minutes to get in your hashtag Happy Mail. And after you have done that, make sure that you're giving the video your stamp of approval. Give it a thumbs up. And as the chat slows down, if you have any final questions for me, you can type those in. Just make sure, like I asked before, that you type question all in caps in front of it so it's easy for me to see. But again, you might want to wait till the chat slows down. Because, guys, it is about time for us to say our goodbyes. And then time for us to say our goodbyes, and then I get to clean up my area again. Stephanie says that she won Sheetload Live last month and received it and is now in her treasure box. Love it. Yes, you definitely want to join us Saturday morning for some beautiful makes and the chance to win a card. And usually we kind of maybe do something a little different with the latest sheet load. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do. All right, guys, you got about 45 seconds left. Get in those hashtag Happy Mails. And then once I pick the winner, actually, I'll tell you before I pick the winner how you will claim it, okay? Yvette is cleaning up as she watches. Never-ending job, Yvette. Thank you, Helga. I had some great products to work with. Thank you. And Polly, I will star your comment to answer here in a second. I did see it. All right. So now we have that done. I do want to go ahead and tell you now how you're going to claim the card if you are the winner. So if your name is drawn here in a minute, it's going to show your username on screen. Make sure you know what it says, because sometimes our username over in the chat is different than if we leave a comment below. So you'll need to know what it says on screen. And then if you are the winner, you will tell me here live which card you want. So I'll know which one to send to Helga too. And then you're going to fill out my giveaway form. So at the bottom of the description box, there is a link to a Google form. So you'll have 24 hours to fill that out, and then I will send your card out to you. Are you ready to find out who the winner is? Give me some drum rolls or some high fives or yeses over there in the chat. Let's find out. Good luck to everyone. And just so you know, your name might not show up on screen, but all of you are entered. Congratulations to Amy's Craft Cave. Congratulations, Amy. Make sure to fill out that form below. But what I need you to do is let me know now which card you would like. Do you want the left or the right? And I will put your name in it. Oh, I love seeing the congratulations go by. Love it. As I always say, I wish I had a card for each and every one of you. I love that you are so positive and congratulatory to each other. Love it, love it. So Amy's Craft Cave, I'll keep an eye out for which one you want. And then I have a little sticky note here that I'm going to put in that card. Amy says she never wins. You did now, Amy. Let me know if you want the left or the right. While I'm waiting for Amy, I will go ahead and answer Polly's question. Where do you buy diamond dots? So Polly, Hobby Lobby and Joanne used to sell these bottles like this. They're called Freestyle. And every once in a while, they would go on deep discount, right? So you could get like this whole bottle for maybe $1.50. But unfortunately, it looks like Joanne has too, but a while ago, Hobby Lobby clearance theirs out, and they no longer sell the individual bottles, which is kind of sad because this can embellish a lot of cards. But, you know, look in your clearance section at your craft stores. You can buy them online at the Diamond Dots website. I did look yesterday, and I have some in a cart. Yeah. I wish I had better news. And I did see Amy said the right. So Amy will be receiving this card. And I'm going to put Helga's name in the one on the left. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Make sure if you have any last minute questions, get those in. Thank you again to Helga for sending me all of this crafty goodness to work with. If I don't get anything new in the mail this month to work with next month, I might have to bring your pizza box back out because there was so much in there. There was lots of Christmas stuff in there too, by the way, guys. So make sure if you haven't watched that video where I opened it and showed everything in the pizza box, check out the link in the description box for the August Happy Mail. Hope to see you guys this weekend for Sheetload Live and next weekend for Oh So Inspired with my sister Crafty Days, who was in the chat with us. And I think, let me make sure I don't have any more questions. All right, guys, I think that's it. As I always like to say, until my next video, guys, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.